Welcome to Overkill Reviews. This week,
it's getting black.
We're going to review the new album by Dark Funeral entitled Where Shadows Forever Reign, released today on Century Media Records. So, what's the story behind Dark Funeral? Well, formed in 1993 in Stockholm, Sweden, so they were a part of that so-called second wave of black metal. This is their sixth studio release, but there's only one original member remaining in the band, Mikael Svanberg, aka Lord Ahriman. So, let's see what the Dark Lord has got for us this time. The first track I'm going to dig into is called As One We Shall Conquer, and it's very clear that Dark Funeral is really continuing the sound that they've become known for. Those raspy black metal vocals sitting rather low in the mix, those big, washy, kind of atmospheric black metal guitars, and of course, those constant pummeling black metal drums. But in this part, they do something a little bit different. Check it out. I like that part because it sets up this expectation of this kind of slow, brooding, melancholic guitar section, but with that snare hit, it just launches into a full-on black metal blast. Pretty creative turn in that tune. Let's go on to the next one. Track 6 on the album is called The Eternal Eclipse, and it's clear by this point in the record that Dark Funeral has really created something very consistent. A lot of the songs driven by blast beats. There's not a lot of variation in the guitar tones, as evidenced with this black metal rager.
Since the day I left the banks, it's something through the world in darkness.
Cool section there for sure, but again, the band not really offering anything different, and maybe this title was a shout out to my old school Toronto black metal brethren, Eclipse Eternal. Who knows? Let's move on. Next track is called To Carve Another Wound, and I think this was my favorite on the album because it's more of a mid-tempo song and really kind of mixing it up in the drums. And in fact, I think the drumming and the drum sound is one of my favorite things on this new Dark Funeral record. Check out this stomper in the middle of the song. Cool instrumental section there, and really the drummer got his work cut out for him there with his feet, but I liked it because the drum feels mix up a lot in this tune and on an album that really is otherwise fairly predictable. Last song, here we go. The next song in the album is the title track, Where Shadows Forever Reign. And by now, late into the album, we're starting to see some pretty cool new ideas, like this haunting spoken word black metal passage.
I must walk, must stay closer of the light, while the perpetual darkness prevails in my heart.
Really like that section there. It's showing some deeper dynamics in the band, and then kicks back into a familiar Dark Funeral blast beat section that fades us out to the end of the record, and we're done. Here's the verdict. So, reviewing Where Shadows Forever Reign brought to the fore for me that age-old challenge of reviewing records, which is consistency versus innovation. This is a good record. There's nothing wrong with this record. Great playing, great production, and for fans of original Scandinavian black metal, this is a good record for you. But for me, I was expecting more. I was expecting some more experimentation, some bigger peaks and valleys, and maybe some sort of bigger dynamics in the songwriting and the overall scope of the record. The other factor here might be that there's only one original creative member in this band, Lord Ahriman. I went to Wikipedia and there's a grand total of 18 ex-members of Dark Funeral. So maybe the creative weight of Dark Funeral is resting too heavily on one man's shoulders. So, in the end, Where Shadows Forever Reign is a good, but not a great black metal record. 2.5 skulls out of 4 on Overkill Reviews.